On live in Hong Kong. Action on. Been many things today, including a policeman got drop kicked, not in front of me, but I've seen the video while he was trying to arrest somebody. I'm going to get this. You're going to see this thing whip around a little bit, and then we should be in the right orientation here soon. Hold on just a moment. All right, we should be right orientation there. Please feed this out to my to your streams. Matthew was just okay. I need to put my helmet on, and I might mask up here. Matthew was just live streaming, but he went off because he almost had a C Leo happen. C Leo means lion bird. He was making some video close to some the Patriots, and they thought he might be an undercover policeman. And C Leo is a lion bird. It's when basically they vigorously defend against police. And so he went off live stream, and he's around here somewhere, but I am going to put my helmet on.
The rumor is
You're live right now, but go ahead. So you can talk.
The rumor is underneath the MTR station, the police, the riot police, the Raptors are assembling.
You want to talk closer so they can hear you?
So that's why the atmosphere is getting a bit tense.
Yeah.
And then the siren that you are hearing is an ambulance.
Yeah, but there's also police down that direction, I think. So they might be doing what's called they might be trying to do it, another envelopment. I don't know. You'd have to know where all the units are. But they use the MTR systems to attack the Patriots. See the MTR system here, the train, subway system? This is why. That's just the ambulance. The Patriots will let the ambulances go through. No matter who the ambulance is for, they'll let them go through. But the reason that the Patriots block the MTR systems is so that to keep slow down the police. And you can see the barricade is made to keep people from coming out, not to keep people from going in. See if we see any police down there. Because in the past, the police many times have used these as an attack point. They'll close down the train system and then use the trains to shuttle their police army around town. Now, please hit like and comment on this. That'll cause the YouTube more likely to share it out, and also hit subscribe. And when you hit subscribe, there'll be a bell that pops up beside the subscribe button. And hit that bell, and then you'll get an alert when we go live. Now, they're not just vandalizing street lights. That's not what this is about. It doesn't have anything to do with vandalism, because they're not robbing anything. You know, for instance, there's ATMs that are right here, right around there, like 1 minute walk away. They're not robbing the ATMs. They're just sitting down inside of there. And people are using the ATMs. But the reason that they damage the lights is because they are, this is an insurgency, and they're trying to slow down traffic, which slows down police, of course, reaction times, and as do these barriers. So they're very specific. They're not just vandalizing. They're doing this for specific reasons. So putting up fishing line now. And so you have to be careful when you're running around here. See, it's at neck level. It's not gonna do much. It'll get one guy. But it can trip the first guy. And when the police do the running of the bulls, which they so often do, you can slow them down. I saw a video, I think it was made today. I'll post it later. I've got the video. But I was not present, but a policeman was trying to arrest someone, and then a Patriot ran up and did a flying drop kick like out of Bruce Lee or professional wrestling. It was really medal worthy. It's one of those things that's probably going to be a gift by the next 5 hours. It's a really classic flying drop kick right in the policeman's chest. It was a very high kick too, very You got to see it. Maybe somebody can post it in the comments. But please do hit the comments here, and that'll, to spike the YouTube algorithm, and hit like and hit share and share it. Share this video. Share it widely. That'll spike the YouTube algorithm. And please, one more thing, hit my voting for the Best Blog in the World Award, or whatever it's called. It looks like my blog might be pulling into the #1 spot now. It has been in the past, which is interesting. I don't really have a blog, it's a website, but I have a Japanese blog, but that's not a mill blog. And I hope Japan is fine today with the typhoon. I know it's pretty serious. I have a lot of friends up there. I've watched on the news before coming out. Hey, Rick. This is Rick from met him in Thailand, but he goes to wars all over the place, like Burundi and Mogadishu and all kinds of places. Guys like that are really interesting to talk with, because they're doing what I call the beehive method. They go around to places like bees going to the flowers, and you can learn a lot doing that. I sometimes have done that, but I prefer to go to ones that are more important to me, like Hong Kong is super important for the world. But you can learn a lot from the beehive method of going to many, many conflicts. When I do things like that, I never write about them. I just study and leave. Like Myanmar, I'd study and leave. I've never written almost nothing about Myanmar. Just study and leave. But notice they'll actually, if the ambulance wants to come through, they'll actually take down the barrier and put it right back up. I've seen them do it many times. They'll take down a barrier. They'll take down for fire. If the ambulance wants to go through, they'll take down the barrier immediately and put it right back up. They haven't really learned the technique yet of doing barriers. Instead of stringing the string out like that, the best way historically for centuries has been to you run the rope or cable or vines or whatever, you run it through the obstacles. In other words, I'm not giving any instruction here. I'm just talking about historical things, that I studied, when I was in the Army. Basically, you take obstacles like this and you just string rope and twine it through everywhere, and you tie it around. Then it's very difficult to quickly remove the obstacle. And one military maxim, of course, is when there's no such an obstacle that's unguarded is really just not an obstacle at all. You have to guard it, cover it with fire, as we call it. But in this particular context, they're quite helpful because they slow the police down just enough to let most of the patriots escape. See, again, this is not vandalism. This is for specific tactical and strategic sabotage, because it also hurts the economy to slow the traffic down, which they want to do, even though it's their own economy. They get it. So the reason they're doing it is to slow down the police, to cause traffic jams. It's just normal guerrilla warfare, basically. It's nothing new in that regard. You can see that's a common tactic through time, actually, is to cause traffic disruption. And so you'll see, and one of the things that people have done here to slow down the police is just they get out and drive their cars and just drive slowly. Like this is a 1, 2, 3, 4-lane road. If you have 4-lane, people that they just drive out here and just drive slowly and clog things up intentionally, like have a breakdown, that sort of thing, just slowing things down. It's just a normal tactic that has been used through space and time, and they're figuring it out here very quickly. When you see the sabotage that has been occurring, it's not random. You can see like 99% of the stuff up here, 99.9, is untouched. It's only very specific items, like say Starbucks, whose franchise is under control of China-Nazis, as they call them, China-Nazis. And they're very pro-American, but it happens that the Starbucks here locally is China-Nazi. And so I'm not saying that they all are, but remember, McDonald's has been accused of that too, and I believe with merit. But at the same time, you'll see local McDonald's managers. I've seen it with my own eyes, and others were just talking about yesterday and today that like McDonald's will be handing out free food and stuff to patriots and free water. So I wonder how the China-Nazis feel about that. So the China-Nazis sort of own it, or have control of some part of the chain here, and then some of their food is being given away to the patriots. That's just elegant. Elegant. I'm not sure what they're trying to say with that. You saw how the NBA just totally caved in, like a bunch of worthless people, seriously. And then they did the whole total Dixie Chick thing. Remember the Dixie Chicks one? Was that 2004 or 3 or whatever? Went over to a concert in the UK. Dixie Chicks is a country band in the United States, very popular. And they went over there, and they were against the Iraq War, which is fine. It ended up being a very stupid war to begin with. We can see, especially with retrospect, it was fine that they were against it. But then as soon as they made a statement like that in the UK, they lost a huge amount of their following in the United States. Western fans in the United States tend to be very pro-USA, as I am too, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be pro every stupid war we get into either. But they came out anti-war and anti-Trump, and then people just, said they're not buying their albums anymore, not going to their concerts. So they immediately apologized for it, and it made it even worse. Then people were like, well, you're just really worthless. I mean, and that's what NBA just did as well. NBA came out and, the one guy made the tweet. The next thing you know, the NBA is totally sycophantic to China. What a bunch of worthless dogs. And then trying to do damage control is only making it worse. Look, in my position, I am so well aware that I have lost so many incredible opportunities by being anti-China. Is cost me enormously in things that I actually know about. People can't have anything to do with me because it damages them in certain worlds. So, but that's the way it goes. But you see where I'm at. I'm on the streets where I might get killed tonight. So NBA is out on the basketball court where they might make $1 million this week. And they're totally worthless. I got no respect for them. No respect. And they want to talk about being quote unquote woke and with their racism bullshit. They're just worthless. Worthless liars. This is where the action's at. This is resistance to China. This is what resistance to China looks like. It doesn't look like some NBA idiot apologizing to China and saying China is great. Please hit like and hit share and leave comments because it'll make the algorithm pick this up. I'm sorry I'm not reading comments right now because I'm watching what's going on around me. Again, the reason that they're sabotaging this is not just vandalism that like Antifa would do or people stealing flat screen TVs would do. This is nothing like that. This is absolute directed sabotage to slow down traffic, to slow down the police, to slow down and to damage the economy, and it works. It's working. So that's what it's about. This is not random. If this was random, then they would destroy these white shiny object signs, right? If this was random vandalism, these would be destroyed. But it's not random. And that's Citibank, and Citibank is not China-Nazi, so Citibank is quite safe. And And HSBC, of course, is quite safe. But where is that Bank of China down here somewhere? Maybe it's to the right. Bank of China is not safe. And you've seen some of the damage I've video from Bank of China. Please do feed this out to your pages and hit subscribe on the YouTube. It's below the video. Hit subscribe and then hit that bell by subscribe. After you hit subscribe, the bell will appear, and then click the bell so that you'll be getting live feeds, notification of live feeds. But notice we don't have many viewers now because nobody knows about it, or very few people we know about it. So please put it on your social media and share it. Share. That'll pick up the algorithm. And while you're at it, you can see my military website is in for the Best Mill Blog in the World Award. And I think it's pulling into #1 place right now, but the voting's not over for 24 more hours or so. So please vote, make it #1. You can see that on my Facebook. If you scroll down maybe 1 or 2 entries, that'll say something about voting for mill blogs. And my mill blog there's some really great mill blogs on there. All the trashy mill blogs pretty much died out years ago. I say trashy, the ones like Black 5 that were just yammering on and talking about things, and then all of their predictions turn out to be wrong, and that sort of thing. Again, that's not sabotage. That is sabotage. That's not vandalism. Big difference. Specific reason is to slow down traffic, to slow down police and that sort of thing, and damage the economy. I'm surprised how tough those lights are. They're made really tough. So, and again, this over here at the MTR station, right next to it, the subway, the reason that this is blocked and sabotaged, the sabotage is not severe, but it's blocked to keep the, looks like he's doing a Molotov, going to throw a Molotov on it. The reason that they're doing this is because the police use these as, and here comes a siren. The reason they do these is that the police use these to attack the patriots. They'll rush out of these and attack people and beat them up, and you've seen on my video. So yeah, looks like about to do a Molotov on it, set it on fire. I found I'm gonna keep an umbrella at my home to always remember the patriots here. It's like I keep a whistle for the ties. Speaking of which, whistles would be very helpful out here for alerting each other when a Si Liu is unfolding. They use the umbrella to cover when they're doing something they don't want videoed. Matthew's around here somewhere. We were just together, but he almost got Si Liu. They thought he was a policeman because he's not wearing any distinctive, and he wasn't with me. I was out talking with people, and so when they saw him filming, they thought he might be a policeman. They didn't do anything to him, but they just, queried, and then Matthew gave the camera back to me. It is dangerous out here because undercover cops keep doing things. I'm surprised I've never seen him set a bus on fire yet. They use the umbrellas for rain, but also to stop rubber bullets, which they actually work for. Pepper spray, and also when changing uniforms so that people can't see who's the Superman and who's not. And they use it to cover up when they're doing things like this, which is setting the MTR on fire. Well, they'll be setting it on fire soon. We'll just get back and watch. But yeah, so it's very specific. It's not vandalism. It's sabotage. There's a very distinct difference. Sabotage has a specific purpose, not just random monkeys running around in Los Angeles burning down their neighborhoods or stealing flat screens, or Antifa monkeys doing their Antifa thing, or whatever, neo-Nazis doing neo-Nazi stuff. I see the fire starting. You got the neo-Nazi monkeys, the Chai Nazis monkeys, all these, but they're not here. These are patriots here. They're not doing any vandalism at all. Total sabotage. They are in the middle of a revolution. Something just happened. What in the world was that? It wasn't here though. It was around the corner. Maybe they broke the window on the bus or something. I'm surprised they haven't set a bus on fire yet. Maybe they don't want to poison the neighborhood the way the police do with their tear gas. Yeah, they're smashing the bus. Smashing the bus. Smashing the bus. And the police will be here sooner or later, and I'll have to put my mask on. We'll walk around and see what they're doing. Hong Kong Jockey Club. That's where people do their gambling. So there's another exit for the MTR. As you can see, the police don't have control of the streets anymore. It's contested. And the anti-mask law has completely failed, obviously. We all knew it would. It's just angered everybody more. It's amazing how tough windows are these days. Sorry. Interestingly, so there's the other side of the MTR. Apparently, they were trying to get a Molotov going earlier, but they may have not succeeded. And when I saw they even had it lit, and I can smell, but it never got going. They don't know how to make Molotovs. I hear sirens, which you can probably hear. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, daughter.
She's British that lives in Jordan and has been covering. I was asking her about the Kurds earlier. Brits are all over the world. You never know. They got some really good information and experiences. When you meet a Brit, you never know what species of Brit. Sometimes they're overseas Brits and they don't really spend that much time in the UK, if any. They may have grown up in Hong Kong or Jordan or some other place. So they've got a lot of really interesting experiences that are worth listening to. Please hit the share button. This is live. We're at Mongkok, Hong Kong, and the chances of more police violence tonight are extremely high. There's already been skirmishes around Hong Kong today. This is just one place of many. It's ongoing, and it's showing no signs of dying. You keep seeing reports that it's dying off. Listen, when it's dying off, I'll be the first to tell you, and I'll be one of the first to know, because I've been in so many of these conflicts. I know what to watch for, and I know I can sense it if it is dying off, but it's not dying off. It's strengthening. Will I say that next week? I don't know. But this week, I'm telling you, it is still strengthening. Energy is high. That's a very popular sort of refreshment here. It's kind of... it's not good if you're fasting, though, because it's got a lot of sugar in it. I'm not fasting now. I'm eating a lot. I actually put on weight since I've been here. I love Hong Kong food. But it's certainly not dying off. If it does start to die off, I'll be one of the first to know. Any reports that you see in the mainstream that it's dying off is a clue that you should stop listening to that mainstream. The actual individual actions can be smaller because they change tactics. We saw that, for instance, let's use Afghanistan as an example. Not that this is directly comparable, but in Afghanistan, in the beginning, they did mass attacks and that sort of thing, and then they realized we will smash them. We love when they do mass attacks because we kill them in mass numbers. So they just started doing small attacks all over the place, and that was to their advantage and our disadvantage. And so, the Afghans can do that basically forever because we're not willing to do mass war crimes to stop it, and it's not worth it. And so, ultimately, Afghanistan will belong to the Afghans because they adapted, and it's not worth it to Americans to what's there for us. Why would we want to do that? Why would we want to kill a bunch of farmers? I'm obviously simplifying that. There's reasons to be there, for instance, Iran and other reasons, but are they worth those reasons? That's a good question. Depends on who you ask and what their specific interest and knowledge is, what is important to them. Okay, you can see police are probably coming now. I may have to put my mask on. It's a very dangerous time because there will be police mixed in with us here. And so at any point, there could be police actions right around me. Anybody here dressed in black could be a policeman, policewoman. Okay, there's the police there. They do not have their gas masks on. They're about to hold up the blue sign. I see them pulling out the blue sign. I'm gonna move up. They're removing that barrier. There's a lot of police there. Now, okay, they're holding up the blue sign. In other words, they're calling this an illegal protest, illegal assembly. And probably, I'm going to guess that this is a unit that's removing signs. I'm guessing there'll be other units moving into other positions probably at this point, and they might have their masks on because this might just be point unit to remove the barriers while another unit, the Raptors, comes through. So they're removing the barriers. But see, they could be trapping okay, they got two different units here minimum because some have red lights and some have blue. And they don't have their gas mask on, but sometimes they've actually shot without their gas mask on. The action looks to be that way, but let's look this way. I want to see what's going on around this corner. It's tempting to walk down there and check the perimeter, but I think I'll do it from within the action zone this time. Please share this out. There's about to be action now, any moment now, is my guess. And share it out, like it, share. It'll get the algorithm going, and like it. But these are not the kind of. If you look at some of the other YouTubers, they'll say anything that's anti-China does not get. First of all, it doesn't get monetized. I'm never going to get monetized for the things I publish. No way. I'm so anti-China. I mean, already years ago, Facebook has put me in Facebook jail so many times, and also they don't let my page grow. So it's like a soft censorship. Okay, now this could be, pay attention to what's going on here. This could be just a block. The real action could be coming from that side or from a different way. The real action may come from this way. That could be the anvil of a hammer. The hammer might be coming from this other direction. Or they could, you never know. I mean, what they're actually up to. But there's Carl again with he's British, but he's got those German-looking striped pants on. Hello. And so the action actually could be coming from this side. So I'm just gonna go check it out over here. Hello, Carl. He's still at it. This guy just stays at it. He's like, yeah, last night he was really tired and he jumped right back in it today. You were out more than 12 hours yesterday, weren't you?
Every day.
Be safe. I'm going to go check out this way over here, just in case they're coming that way. And there are a lot of police lights down there, I see. So that could be the hammer that way. And this behind us, those police that just moved in place, could be the anvil. What you would want to do, obviously, is cut off all these squirt routes that allow people to squirt out. This is why the Patriots have been blocking the MTR stations, so they can't come out suddenly with hundreds of police out of those. They can still do it. It just takes them a little time. But there's all these other alleys that they can, or back side streets that they can leave from. And see, this is a problem with the police. They always will have a manpower problem, because now that they've enacted the mask law and shutting down MTRs early, the train station, subway, see the large number of police coming this way now. This could be the hammer right here. See, now that they've got the attention of the protesters on this side, the Patriots, they just slip right in there right here, and now they're removing those barriers. And so now they can trap them. And notice how quickly they're trying to remove those barriers. So I'm anticipating what they're going to do is do a quick action up this direction and try to trap a bunch of them in a hammer and anvil. It's called a hammer and anvil. So it's a common counter guerrilla tactics, which sometimes takes place over wide areas, actually. So those police behind me are probably gonna, I'm guessing, try to squeeze in here. See, there's all these side streets. Now, if you see cops coming down these side streets, then they're trying to block them off that way too. But see, that's the problem. They have so many sideways they can come. See, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And if these guys aren't paying attention, they're about to get trapped. They're about to get trapped, and that's a lot of police coming down. Do they have their masks on? I don't know. They're probably going to just pile out here real quick. I'm guessing they're going to pile out. And now you see a lot of the Patriots are running away now as fast as they can. See, they're when they come out here with bulldozers and clean those things really fast someday, then you'll know they're not quite fast enough. A lot of people have already escaped. But if you're a patriot here now, you need to be hauling ass. Run, run, run away. Live to fight another day. That's the Green Beret motto. See, they didn't squeeze fast enough, and somebody's it's dangerous to be around the police trucks because people will throw bricks at them. Okay, police. So they did not do a hammer and anvil. They just pushed through. We're gonna walk down the street and see what they're up to down there. They were certainly in a position to do it if they were fast enough. You gotta be fast to do it though. Otherwise everybody squirts. The police are doing something here. Hello, sir. Are you having
Stop eating like this.
Yeah, I know. We just meet in the strangest places. All right, they got their sign up again. The police wearing the blue are their media engagement liaison or whatever teams. Obviously, they don't do much. Media engagement with got their batons out. One of them did anyway.
咁啊，而家完全部連落袋咧都掹埋警棍嘅，真係。係嘅，而家咧就大部分記者同埋個人都上翻行路啊，即係成個警方嘅。咁啊，都係出現咗個最問題啦，就叫做太多市民咧係佢哋喺度。人又分唔到佢係街坊，有啲市民啦、示威者。咁如果佢冇武裝啊，又冇做垃圾，
What are they doing back here, Matthew? Police still don't have their gas masks on, but occasionally they've actually gassed without one. And actually, done that, and the wind was coming right back at them. They're not genius all the time. Notice they've got the traffic coming through. You might think, well, they wouldn't gas because the street is open and they don't have their own mask on, but, well, sometimes they do stuff like that. But generally, if they put their mask on, you need to definitely put your mask on. Area of Hong Kong, Patriot police, but mostly police right now. Most of the patriots are watching this on YouTube and Facebook and other methods. Press here. But there are some patriots out here. Is she the girl who died? Who's this girl? She the one who died? Oh, doesn't understand. Fuzzy picture, I see somebody saying, let me pull out of this crowd a little bit, and I may have to make an adjustment on something. It's possible that my chips are not bonded right now, but the two SIM cards, it's possible that they're not bonded. How's it now? Not focusing. All right, I'll go ahead and shut it off and I'll check a few things. But I'll be right back. I'm gonna shut it off and check a few things. I'll be right back. Let me go to the other side of the street before I shut it off. How's it now? I didn't shut it off now. Bandwidth issue, not focus issue. Nice, better. So it's better now. See, the police seem to be pushing back. So before I shut off, how's it now? Great. Just local network congregation, 5 by. Okay, great. Okay, I'm not going to shut it off then. So we're at Mong Kok area in Hong Kong. The police are here. As you can see, there's a lot of patriots and media as well. That bus was redecorated, as they call it, refurbished by the patriots. And as have been Bank of China's and other Chinese-owned, mainlander Chinese-owned properties. It's funny, some people get upset. They say, why can they do that? Why are they, doing sabotage against Chinese-owned properties while China just robs the world blind, robbing everybody, total robbers, bank robbers. I mean, an absolute fentanyl dealer, drug dealing, like Pablo G. Escobar over there in Beijing, selling drugs around the world and killing thousands of Filipinos and Thais and Americans and Aussies and people across Europe. And people wonder. I'm not wondering, and I'm not shedding a tear either. What's going on here? This is the chickens have come to roost. And those punks at the NBA, they'll never live it down, and they never should. Please share this out, share it, because it'll also spike the algorithm. And you can see there's Matthew sitting down again. Get up and work, man. I can't get in. You're the biggest guy here. You're like Matthew's from New York. Police are pushing people back now. The police are going to push back to you anyway. Just sit there and you'll have a front row seat.
I'm going to hope they don't notice me. My friend already told me.
Actually, often they'll just pass me by when I sit still.
Yeah, no, if you sit down, nobody bothers you.
Yeah. Actually, in military tactic, that's called a stay behind. They call it stay behind. You just basically hide and let the enemy cross over, and then you hit them from the rear. It's a normal tactic. It's funny how the police will actually yell back at these guys. I mean, he's only yelling, but the police are great because they'll shine lights on them, and they're just like the police are part of the script here. This is Charlie. I was saying this is Charlie from the UK, lives in Jordan, but she's covering conflicts like this. Oh, and there's all right.
Ils sont des matraques. Il est pas content, il est vraiment pas content, mais lui il risque rien.
It's funny when somebody starts shouting like that, how the police often light them up with their lights. And so they're like the movie set lighting crew. And then it causes all the journalists to put their cameras on like I just did and others just did. It's just like you can't make it up. There's Mr. Microphone. Maybe they're going to do a running of the bulls. You saw the policeman that got drop kicked in that earlier video. Not a video I made. Well, I didn't post it yet, but somebody showed it to me and I've got it. But I can't post it now because I'm online. But basically, a policeman often the policeman will stretch out. Like the guys who run the fastest will get up ahead and they get too aggressive and they get isolated, which is a common thing that happens in combat too. And then he got beat up. The policeman got ahead of himself and he was arresting somebody, and the other guys did a lion bird. They called a lion bird. See, Leo, the Patriots did. Okay, they're holding up the blue sign over there on the other side of the road, which is warning about an illegal assembly. They might be preparing to do a running of the bulls. Actually, I want to go check and see what's on our backside over here, see if they're going to do a hammer and anvil on us. I noticed they were asking the press and everybody to get out of the road. The police were, probably because the police were about to do a run. Or they might come through with their vehicles very fast as well. They didn't put their mask on, but one of the things that they can do, like this guy's wisely got his mask on. One of the things that they do is block from the rear and then try to squeeze people. And here they are. I mean, the smart way to do it is to, well, there's many ways to do the geometry, but the problem is the police will never have enough forces to do this all over Hong Kong at once. So when the Patriots feel that they're outnumbered, they just go home. That's why they always have, the insurgent always has huge advantages like that. They get to set the timeline. I'll ask Charlie next time I see her, because I keep seeing her in the front line parts, which makes me like her already. I usually like people that I see always at the front line. Well, not front line. Well, not a lot of exceptions, but some. But Rick, you want to tell what's going on here?
Police.
I'll get the light behind you. All right. Sorry, you're eating, man. I should wait.
Yeah, my mum's Snapchat.
I'll wait till you're finished. He's eating. Okay.
So protesters are here, occupied this junction, smashed up the traffic lights, smashed up the bus. Police took a long time to get here, actually. Police turned up, formed a wall of police. Over there in that corner, they've surrounded a protester with a microphone. He wasn't masked, but he just had a point to prove. So we had a microphone with a little speaker, and that's what's going on over there. So they've surrounded him, but nothing's really happening now. And the thing is that all the hardcore protesters that did all the smashing up, they're long gone, you know. So this game is cat and mouse. The police turn up. By that time, the actual hardcore frontliners have left. And now there's this really boring hour standoff with riot police and more press than there are riot police. So
I see they got the lasers out tonight. Somebody's behind us.
A couple of them. It's,
Not as many lasers as there were even 2 weeks ago.
no.
And a month ago, it was a lot. It was a lot.
But now we've just, we've got this, which will probably last another hour. And then police will get back in their vans, drive up and down the road, do a circle, and come back an hour later, and then we'll just do this all over again.
Rick's been covering hot spots around the world. We met in Thailand, but he's been off in Africa, like you've been to Mogadishu, right? And Burundi, and where else?
Syria, in and out of Syria since 2012. Was last in South Sudan earlier this year, doing a thing on former child soldiers. That was for a charity though. And Libya, and that was my first. And Libya, and that was my first proper taste of conflict. That was 2011.
Were you there when Chris was killed, Honduras?
And Tim.
Heather and Tim.
So I'd met Tim a number of times, and I knew he was in Misrata, and I sent him an email the day he was killed saying, "We finally found a boat, I'll see you in 24 hours. So Ben, my colleague at the time, and I found a boat. It took us 7 days to find a boat. Found a boat. It took us 7 days to find a boat to Misrata from Benghazi. Finally found one. I knew Tim was there. Sent him an email saying, "See you in 24 hours." That was the day that Tim and Chris were killed.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't know Tim, but I knew Chris.
I'd never met Chris.
They were killed in a mortar strike in Libya.
Which is far more dangerous than this, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's all very relative, and
Yeah.
I understand that, and locals are they're incredibly hospitable and protective of us. They're fantastic, you know? They tell you to stay safe, be careful, they give you water, they give you food. They are absolutely amazing. I've never worked in a place that is as hospitable to press as Hong Kong, and I think it's absolutely jaw-dropping how well they've behaved to us. So,
Yeah. Monday they were beating up the press, right?
the police were, yeah.
Not the protesters,
No,
but the
no,
police.
No, the protesters were okay, but the police were pretty bad with us. They would kick the shit out of us if they caught us. But we were documenting them opening fire on 15-year-old kids, you know. So of course they didn't like us.
These cops don't like us either, but they've got a
Yeah,
huge.
but they've got some
more on the table.
Control.
Yeah.
You know, they have been brutal for what Hong Kong's used to, but in comparison to the Ukraine, you know, Maidan Square and things, the police have been very restrained, I think.
Did you go to Ukraine?
I didn't. No, I've never been.
I just watched that. They're shining their lights on us for some reason. Maybe they want us to clear the road so they can do a running of the bulls. They got their blue sign up, the dispersal sign. When they hold the black sign, you know they're about to shoot. I always watch to see that if they put their masks on as well. Can you see if they have their masks on?
I can't see.
I can't
My
see either.
eyesight's terrible.
Let me walk closer and see if they got their masks on. No, they don't. They don't have their mask on. But sometimes, crazily enough, they'll shoot it without their mask.
Yeah. As long as they're upwind.
Yeah, they've had it. They did it before and it came back on them. They're not geniuses. There's Charlie. Charlie, can you say what's going on here?
No, you tell me they've been sitting there for ages doing this fuck all.
Yeah, but you've been rolling around conflict zones, right? You live in Jordan?
No, I haven't. The nearest I've got is Jordan in the border of Syria and Turkey.
Right? You were down near Gaziantep? Did you talk with me?
It was calm.
It was calm? When were you there?
Last year.
Last year? How long are you going to stay here?
Until Monday. So 10 days in total.
10 in Tokyo? I hope everything's fine.
10 days in total.
In total, right? Do you have a mask?
I do.
Good.
Do you think they're gonna spray?
Just make sure to watch if they put their masks on. If they put their masks on, watch. And they will pepper spray too. And I'm wearing these glasses because they use those rubber bullets quite a lot. Actually, I've been hit in the shoulder with a rubber bullet.
Have you? Does
Yeah.
that hurt?
Yeah, it hurt. It was okay. I was actually live streaming when it hit. A lot of people get hit. At least 2 people have lost eyes.
Yeah.
And good, you got a good mask. Got a full face mask. Good. You got it here?
Yeah, I got it second hand.
Good. Full face mask is much better. You know how to seal it? You ever worn it before?
I had a play this morning with it. Yeah, stick it on, no hair, do it tight, make sure
Right.
that you can.
And then go like this,
Yeah.
suck in so that it seals to your face. Just down the road here, a few days ago, a guy got hit in the head with a bottle while I was standing out live streaming. Yeah, somebody threw it out of one of these buildings.
Oh, is this where it was?
Yeah, it was right here somewhere. Yep. Where are you going after this?
Bed. No, I don't
Oh
know.
no, I mean to
Oh, back. I'm going to the UK for a visit actually, and then I'm going to Algeria.
Algeria. What's going on in Algeria?
I'm going to go and check out Tindouf refugee camps. A friend of mine's in Western Sahara at the moment, so we're going to work on a project to do with the occupation of Western Sahara.
Right. Have you been there before? Should be interesting.
Yeah. How about you? Where are you off to after this?
I'm going to stick with this. This is so important. I don't want to take my finger off the pulse.
What do you think is going to happen? Like, what do you think will happen in the next few weeks? What do you think is going to happen with the protest movement? Like, what do you...
At this time, it's strengthening. It's clearly strengthening.
You think so?
Oh, for sure. Now, they'll say that the protests are getting smaller. They are, but it's because they've changed how they're running, the government's running the MTRs and the mask law that went into effect last Friday. Well, eight or 9 days ago now. But they're not weakening at all.
I mean, these people here aren't technically protesters yet. They're standing here chanting the protest.
Yeah. But this is happening in places all over Hong Kong, though, not just here. This is just one of many places. These lasers, like they're hitting us because they're trying to hit the police. Let's get out of their way. They're like 8 miles away with that laser, trying to put a blue laser into the police, and we're in their way. That's funny because the police did not even have laser glasses for about the first. They only got them maybe a month ago, and so they were getting huge amounts of lasers put in their eyes for a couple months before they finally got laser glasses. That's why you'll see a lot of them have the tinfoil on their shields, on their yeah. And they used to have tinfoils on those big shields there as well. They still have some. You see it at the top of the shields. The reason they're doing this to the traffic lights isn't vandalism, though. They're sabotaging it to make gridlock, to make it harder for the police to get around and hit the economy. Charlie, I'm going to go walk around. Be safe. If they put their mask on, put yours on. Hope everything's okay in Japan today with that typhoon. What a mess. I mean, Japan is obviously the most ready country in the world for natural disasters, but the disasters that Japan has are just gigantic. Massive disasters in Japan. So we're at Argyle and Nathan Road in the Mongkok area of Hong Kong, Asia. Not China. I love the idea of making those. What's that game? The Blizzard involvement. I don't know about all that stuff because I don't play games like that. But it's very interesting, the idea of making the making some of the main icons or avatars into free Hong Kong avatars. I'd hate to have a million artists coming after me. That's for sure. And that's what Hong Kong has on its side. It's got huge numbers of artists around the world on the side of the Hong Kong Patriots and against the Chai Nazis. Of course, the NBA is for the Chai Nazis because they can make money and get more famous, sell more Nike shoes, you know, that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's a way of poisoning the well for a lot of companies that are going to be pro China, and just to make profits is to product placement in ways that make it very difficult for them. Who are some of the hotel chains that have gone pro-China or who have backed off of China? I should check into those hotels and use those to make live streams. I'm staying here at the wonderful XX whatever hotel it is. Argyle Street in Nathan. Let's take a walk. Take a walk down the road here.
Hello.
Nice haircut.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, do I look like cop nowadays?
Yeah, you do actually.
If I have my mask on, I'm like fucking undercover. Help me.
How long you been out here tonight?
A couple hours.
Can I put you on the camera or no?
I don't mind really. I'm going back tomorrow anyway.
Oh, you're going back to you? Okay. I'll put you on camera then. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Leo.
Leo.
Hello, everyone.
Right. And got a nice new haircut.
Yeah.
And why are you here?
Just to, I was having dinner with my friend, and
Oh,
now
yeah.
I'm waiting to go across that way to take a bus.
Right,
I
okay.
live in Aberdeen, so
Right.
it's quite far away. And now they blocked the whole road up. I've got no way to go home.
Right. So you're like everybody, you're stuck here because of the cops.
Yep.
Right.
They've been doing nothing.
Roach.
Whoa! Look at this. It's all right.
Landed on
Later
me.
on when they
The
start
police landed on my
firing
hand.
gas,
Yeah.
all the cockroaches will be gone.
Yeah.
We're waiting for them to do something.
That's what they called patriots, actually, as you know. They call them cockroaches. But you don't live here,
This is like a really popular place for youngsters.
right?
Like all the youngsters, they like coming here and gather and go for food. Look, there's a lot of food cuisine around here,
Right.
all sorts. And there's like gaming centers and net cafes and stuff. So people who tend to be younger, they like hanging around.
Yeah.
I came with 2 friends for dinner today.
Right.
Because I'm going back tomorrow. But then
And where's back to?
Leeds.
Right.
Actually, I met someone from Leeds earlier.
Yeah?
A white guy. He was from Leeds as well. He's gone somewhere. He's gone somewhere. He's probably gone home or something. Look at all these people. What do you think of Trump saying that Hong Kong could take care of themselves?
Who knows with Trump?
I've seen your post.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that hint or something? Is that hints to tell people to get more messed up?
Yeah. Some of our senators are coming out, and representatives are being very pro Hong Kong. Senator Cruz came. I don't know if he's still here. He was here yesterday.
But now you can tell that they're trying to control themselves. But there are actually kids coming out in press cons mentioning that they've been like ass raping and stuff like that.
Right.
But who knows? And the girl who found the floating body in South Horizon,
Right.
her body is gone already.
They burned her already,
They burned
right?
her out straight
The
away.
police cremated her body.
Plus they probably frozen the body in somewhere and dumped it into the sea. And now it's stay next to Michael and then I'll be safe.
What's that?
I'll stay next to you, then I'll be safe.
You're not safe next to me.
You can protect me. Combat them.
I'm the last person you want to stand beside. Everything happens by
I'm not
me.
bothered. I'm going back tomorrow. I just want to come and check out the tear gas. Because they've been using the Chinese one nowadays.
Chinese tear gas?
It doesn't smell as bad as before. It doesn't tear, but God knows what the fuck they put in it.
Right. They've been using that American tear gas, but
I
that's
thought the American has stopped giving them tear gas, like grenades and stuff.
the last I saw on the ground was here, and it was American. Oh, I saw some Swiss right about here, I think. Yeah, it was not tear gas. That was pepper spray. It was right here. That was like last week.
As I mentioned to you last time, all those pepper spray, there's something wrong with them. I've got
Yeah.
all fucking allergies and stuff.
Was it pepper spray or tear gas?
Pepper spray.
Pepper spray.
Yeah, I got like spot all over when after that night in Taipei. I got spots all over.
Right.
On the forehead. The only thing I really hate about it is the pepper spray. It's bad.
Yeah. How far is the furthest you've seen them shoot?
Pepper spray?
Yeah.
I was quite far away from them. I say at least good 4 or 5 meters.
Yeah, pretty far.
Pretty far, yeah. Well, you can tell they're getting ready with the pepper spray. They're holding it. Any time they're just gonna go forward because most of the protesters they're down the other side.
Also watch for them pulling out the grenades.
Yeah.
I'm always watching their hands to see if they got the grenades in their hands. But they don't have their mask on right now. But every once in a while they do it without mask.
They will change mask. They put the mask on.
Oh, and they change out to the next shift. Yeah.
I don't think they shift. It's gonna be like this all night tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Sometimes they'll switch one group out and the next group will have a mask on. Yeah.
Tomorrow is the human right thingy in America, isn't it? Tomorrow night.
In America,
Yeah.
where?
Well, they're going to have a look at the human right and well that thing from the parliament or something.
Oh, you mean in the Congress?
Yeah,
Right.
There's 3 bills for House to look at. So now they're just trying to control themselves.
What are they looking at
Make
tomorrow?
themselves not look bad.
The standard one,
And
like 2 others that declined a lot of amendments that other congressmen.
you're American, I take it. Where are you from? Where in California? Like where? North or south or north of San Francisco or east? I heard the electricity's out in some of that area now. That's amazing. Are they out right now?
It started coming back in depending on the neighborhood.
Do you live here now?
No, just sign right
Have you been here long?
here. 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Been gassed enough?
I haven't seen gas yet. It's kind of been on my pocket.
I think they're putting masks on. I'm gonna go look. I think they're putting masks on.
Putting mask on.
They're putting all right. Well, you're about to see gas. They're putting mask on. I'm gonna put my mask on. Run away! All right, I'm gonna put my mask on. I'm right with you, but I'm putting my mask on.
你啊，開槍啊喂！左輪啊！點300球撚旗開撚咗算啦！男朋友講出去打唔識電你。
哋真係唔識字㗎。
黑旗啊！屌冇知啊！梗係藍旗啊！藍旗，我有啊，中間個黑旗。哇，黑旗啊！快啲走，快啲走，出嚟走！快啲走，快啲走，快啲走！係啦，耶！玩嘢冇驚閪佢啊！黑旗喎，真係黑旗喎！係跑完又要翻嚟嘅。
Something's malfunctioning with my mask, actually.
咩話？
聽唔到㗎，乜鳩咁？你有冇嗌咪？個撚聽唔到佢講咩？有冇人翻譯下佢？我哋唔撚識外星話啊！
好。
嚟啊！跟進啊！
The mask is malfunctioning, but it's fine now.
開跑啊！
收到嚟啊！
Dégagez toute l'avenue, mec, et nous repousse, merci, nous a tués. Et on veut vraiment essayer. C'est sympa.
Please share this out. Share out my video. You see that this is live. The police are pushing down Nathan Road. They've got the black flag up, which means they're probably about to fire tear gas, maybe rubber bullets. This guy doesn't have a mask on, so he's going to learn the value of tear gas if they shoot. They have the black flag up. You'll see a lot of people without masks will learn a bad lesson if they get a proper dose of it. You can see some of the Patriots are down that way. You can see from the lasers. They got to be careful down there because the police can block them from the rear. Okay, here come the police again. They could be firing tear gas at any moment. So I started wearing a backpack in case I get hit in the back with a rubber bullet or tear gas or a brick or something. So I'm in the dead space between the Patriots and the police. So here, there's some medics and journalists in between. But the Patriots try to stay just on the edge of the range of their rubber bullets and on the edge of the range. Look, there's actually buses running. Like it's actually a bus you could take in local transport. There's the time. Local time. That's a PM. They're actually the Patriots are opening they just opened the barrier to let the bus through and the car through. Not closing it again quickly. Did not close it, obviously. They let them. Actually, I'm gonna get inside where the people are here because you need to be either in the middle, out there, or under here, because people throw bottles and things out of the window sometimes. And just earlier this week, someone was hit in the head right around here somewhere, right beside me. Please make sure to share this out and hit like, share it out. Try to ping YouTube's algorithm. Hit subscribe and hit the bell button. Hit the bell button so that you get updates when I go live. I will. Thank you. Sorry about that. Police are really close behind. You can see their lights behind me. There's Carl with the striped pants. I'm gonna get out in the middle. It's safer to be either in the middle right here or under the edges because people sometimes throw stuff out of the roof, out of the windows, out of the high windows. If I sound muffled, it's because I'm wearing my mask. See some guys out here in shorts, a tank shirt, no mask. Crazy. police behind me. I got the orange vest on today. I don't want to give them any excuse when they find me. Shoot me with a real bullet, like an excuse that they thought I was a terrorist or whatever. But I actually don't like wearing the orange vest. I think it makes an aim point. And they hit medics and journalists, writers, photographers, they hit them all equally. Notice that store is wide open. It's wide open. And they call these riots. That camera store is wide open. It's a camera store. Amazing tea. You want a tea? We're gonna have tea and tear gas here as soon as they shoot. The police do have their masks on. So the police are coming behind me. I'm gonna get back out in the middle. It's not good to be near that edge of the road on the left. It's better to be in the middle or under the eaves because people throw things out of the windows. Police are just walking down now, pushing down the street. It's funny how the police are doing this without closing the roads. And they're apt to shoot tear gas even when there's cars right here. Could have babies in the cars. Anything. Police have done a halt before the intersection. I'll get away from the edge. I'm gonna get up under the eave. Okay. I'm moving closer to the Patriots. See, the restaurants are still open. But Beijing will call these riots. And the restaurants are still open. People are still in the restaurants. So you can see it's not the riots that they make out. We're on Lanming Lane by the MTR station. Ya Ma Tai station, which is closed as you can see. Let's see if there's any police building up down there. They won't be in clear view, of course. All right, the police have gone into a hold down there. There's not many Patriots still out, but there's a few. You can see, I'm gonna guess less than 100. And the police are still letting traffic go through. Police do have their masks on. That's why I sound muffled. When the police put their masks on, I put my mask on. We're on Nathan Road. Kowloon's. Careful. Kowloon side. Hong Kong. Yeah, pharmacy still open. Toyo Medical Company. The police are coming again. The Patriots have to be careful because the police might just be driving them into an ambush. Okay, it's running of the bulls. Here comes the running of the bulls. They're going to try to catch as many as they can. Running of the bulls. The fast police are getting stretched out here. That wore them out. That was a running of the bulls. I didn't see them catch anybody. Good wind sprint. I'm going to move ahead because I'll probably do another running of the bulls. As they're running at the bulls, they're trying to catch Patriots. But the Patriots were in thin enough numbers. If the Patriots have high numbers, then they become easy to catch because they get compressed. They get compressed, and the Patriots can't get away because they have too many Patriots. So I just call it a compression move. But there was so few Patriots, and the police started the running of the bulls so far back that the Patriots easily got away just then. Also, I get the feeling that the Patriots are going to start training the police that if they get too far ahead of their lines and they get stretched out, which they've been doing because they're confident, I have a feeling the police are going to start getting hurt doing that. Because that one fast policeman gets way ahead of his lines. The Patriots can have 30 seconds with him alone before his buddies can possibly catch up. But 30 seconds is a long time. Especially if other Patriots are causing delays for the main force. So here we are, Patriots caught up with some of them again here now. And of course they have to be careful because the police can cut them off from different sides. And it's real, you gotta really be on your P's and Q's out here. If I sound like I'm muffled, I'm wearing my mask, so the mask is makes it not as loud as normal. Public Square Street. Public Square Street. So we know where we're at. Okay, there's the police down there, this flashing light. You can see there's not many Patriots out. So basically, just a few Patriots has tied down a bunch of cops doing this running of the bulls. Cops are out here getting overtime at city expense, which of course is ultimately taxpayer expense, but
So danger.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. But that's what they're trying to do, is attack their own economy. The Patriots are attacking the art economy. Like that journalist or whatever he is, I don't know if he's a journalist, but he's got one of those things called, it's got a one wheel. It's not a unicycle, it's something else. Make sure to please share this out. Now's the time to build up viewership on YouTube, because on the nights that it really goes down, which could be right now, you need to already be signed up. Because sometimes I go live right when something's happening.